How to build an empire with less than $500. You've probably heard that you need thousands of dollars and a Rolodex full of powerful connections to build a real business. Well, I'm here to tell you that's not the whole story. For the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how it's possible to build a profitable business from scratch with less than $500. We're going to tear down the myths and give you a step-by-step blueprint you can actually start using today. Forget the Hollywood version of entrepreneurship. You don't need a blank check from a venture capitalist or a trust fund to make something happen. Some of the world's most iconic brands were bootstrapped from practically nothing. Richard Branson, for example, funded the start of Virgin Records using the profits from his early student ventures. Sophia Amoruso famously built the first version of Nasty Gal by flipping vintage clothes on eBay. And the Airbnb guys? They literally started by renting out air mattresses on their living room floor. Their secret weapon wasn't a pile of cash, it was resourcefulness, a little bit of grit, and a seriously smart strategy. And that's exactly what I'm giving you today. I've seen what works and what falls flat, and I've boiled it all down into a 5-step plan designed for one thing: turning a tiny $500 budget into a business with the potential to become an empire. We'll walk through how to find a killer idea that won't cost a fortune, build a pro-level toolkit with free digital resources, market your business without a huge ad budget, lock in your very first paying customers, and finally, scale your operations by smartly reinvesting your profits. So if you're ready to stop daydreaming and start building, let's do this. Step 1, the $500 Business Idea Incubator. The single biggest mistake people make is believing they need some revolutionary idea that will change the world overnight. You don't. You need a practical idea that solves a real problem for a specific group of people. And more importantly, you need an idea you can get off the ground for next to nothing. So, where are these golden ideas hiding? Start by looking in the mirror. What skills and passions do you already have? What do your friends and family constantly ask you for help with? Maybe you have a knack for organizing, a way with words, or you bake incredible cookies. These are all service-based businesses you can launch immediately. Services are perfect because your main investment is your own time and expertise, not a warehouse full of products. Think freelance writing, graphic design, social media management, or even local gigs like home organization and pet care. Right now, the demand for digital services is soaring. Businesses are desperate for help with everything from AI-powered marketing to web development and creating content that actually ranks on Google. You can step in as a consultant in these fields with very little startup cash. Another fantastic low-cost option is creating and selling digital products. I'm talking ebooks, checklists, workout plans, or Notion templates. You build it once using a free tool like Canva, and you can sell it forever. The only upfront cost is your time. But an idea, no matter how brilliant, is just a theory until you prove people will pay for it. Don't just assume they will. Go out and confirm it. Create a quick survey with Google Forms and send it to people you think would be customers. Put up a simple landing page describing your service and see if anyone signs up for a wait list. You could even run a tiny $50 ad campaign just to test the waters. You need to get real-world feedback. Is the idea clicking with people? This validation step is what separates the businesses that make it from the ones that fizzle out. Step 2, the Scrappy Startup Toolkit. Okay, you've got a validated idea. Now you need a place to run your business online. A few years ago, this would have set you back thousands. Today, you can build a professional-grade operational toolkit for free, or at least very close to it. That $500 budget isn't for fancy software. It's for smart, strategic moves. First up, your brand and website. You don't need a custom-coded masterpiece to start. Use Canva to whip up a clean logo and some brand graphics for free. For your website, platforms like WordPress or WebWave have free or super affordable plans that are more than enough to get you going. All you need is a simple, professional-looking site that tells people who you are, what you do, and how they can pay you. Next, your operational tools, the engine of your business. You need to manage projects, money, and marketing without breaking the bank. Trello or Asana are fantastic for project management, and both have powerful free versions. For finances, Wave offers free accounting software that's built for small businesses. And when it's time to get paid, Stripe is the gold standard, and it only takes a cut when you make a sale. Now, let's talk about the ultimate game changer, artificial intelligence. Free AI tools can be your first employees, saving you tons of time and money. Use a tool like Cascade AI to help brainstorm your business plan or marketing ideas. You can use the free versions of Jasper AI or Google Gemini to write your first few blog posts, social media captions, or email newsletters. Perplexity AI is great for doing deep market research and seeing what your competitors are up to, giving you insights that used to cost a fortune. Finally, email marketing. Your email list is one of the most valuable things you will ever build. It's a direct line to your audience that no social media algorithm can touch. Platforms like MailChimp and Brevo offer free plans to get you started, letting you build that all-important audience from day one. By piecing together these free and low-cost tools, you can create a lean, mean business machine while keeping your startup costs way under that $500 limit. Step 3. Guerrilla marketing on a budget. You've got a great idea and a pro setup. Now you need the magic ingredient, customers. With a small budget, you can't just throw money at ads and hope for the best. This is where guerrilla marketing comes in. It's about being more creative, more targeted, and smarter than your competition. Content is the heart of this strategy. Create genuinely useful content that solves problems for your target audience. This could be anything from blog posts and how-to guides to short, snappy videos. Use free tools like Answer the Public to see what questions your audience is typing into Google, and then create content that provides the best answers. This builds trust and positions you as an expert. Social media is your megaphone, but please don't try to be everywhere at once. Find out where your ideal customers hang out online and focus on crushing one or two platforms. If you're selling to other businesses, LinkedIn is your spot. If you're selling to consumers, Instagram and TikTok have insane organic reach. Short-form video in particular is a huge opportunity. Your smartphone is literally all the equipment you need. Just be consistent, engage with people, and deliver value. Another killer low-cost strategy is building partnerships. Find other businesses that serve the same audience, but aren't your direct competitors. If you're a personal trainer, team up with a local health food shop. You can cross-promote each other on social media, give each other a shout-out in your email newsletters, or even co-host a free online workshop. This gives you instant credibility and access to a brand new audience. Also, don't sleep on micro-influencers. These are creators with smaller but hyper-engaged followings. They're often way more affordable and can provide a much better return than some mega influencer. Finally, use a small slice of your budget for laser-focused ads. $100, $200 spent on Facebook or Instagram aimed at a super specific audience can work wonders for driving your first wave of traffic. The trick is to be surgical. Don't just hit boost post. Go into the ad manager and build an audience based on specific interests, behaviors, and locations. By combining these guerrilla tactics, you can build a marketing engine that brings in leads and sales without needing a venture capital-sized bankroll. All right, we've covered a ton, and I know that finding the right business idea can feel like the toughest hurdle. So to help you out, I suggest you drop a comment below to reach out. I will be glad to discuss your idea with you in confidence and brainstorm with you. And as always, if you find this material helpful, please hit the like and subscribe. Step 4, the first customer sprint. All the planning in the world doesn't mean a thing until someone actually pays you. The sprint to get that first customer is a defining moment. It's where your idea becomes a real business. The goal here is simple: speed and proof. Start with your warm market, your friends, family, and professional contacts. Don't be weird or pushy about it. Just reach out and tell them what you're building. Explain the problem you solve and who you're helping. Even if they aren't the perfect customer, chances are they know someone who is. A personal referral is one of the most powerful marketing tools on the planet. If you're offering a service, think about offering a discounted beta rate for your first handful of clients. You can frame it as a special opportunity for them to get your service at a great price in exchange for a testimonial. This does two things. It makes it easier for them to say yes, and it gives you social proof, those golden reviews you can use to attract everyone else. For products, especially digital ones, pre-selling is your secret weapon. You can start taking orders before the product is even finished. This not only proves people are willing to pay for it, but the money you make can fund the final production. It completely de-risks the entire launch. This is how the creators of the revolutionary Pebble smartwatch got started. They raised millions on Kickstarter through pre-orders, proving massive demand before ever shipping a single device. The feedback you get from that first customer is worth more than the money they paid you. Listen to everything they say. What did they love? What was confusing? Where could you improve? This early feedback is how you fine-tune your offering and find that perfect product-market fit. Your first customer isn't just a sale. They are your most important source of intel. Deliver an incredible experience, and you'll turn them into a walking, talking advertisement for your brand. Step 5. Scaling your empire. You did it. You have a validated idea, a lean setup, a marketing strategy that works, and you've made money. You've officially built a business. Now let's talk about building an empire. Scaling isn't about raising millions of dollars. It's about smart, sustainable growth that's funded by the business itself. It's called bootstrapping, and it's how you build something that lasts. Here's the golden rule of bootstrapping: reinvest your profits. In the early days, every single dollar of profit should be poured directly back into the business. Don't run out and get a fancy office or pay yourself a huge salary. Plow that cash back into the things that will actually create more growth. That could mean dialing up your marketing spend, investing in better tools, or developing your next product. The email giant MailChimp was bootstrapped for nearly 2 decades by constantly reinvesting, eventually growing into a company worth billions. As you start to grow, your next job is to build systems. Document exactly how you do everything: how you onboard a new client, how you create content, how you handle customer support. Creating these playbooks allows you to eventually delegate tasks without the quality dropping. You can start by hiring a freelancer or a virtual assistant for just a few hours a week to take over the repetitive stuff, freeing you up to think about the big picture. The final piece of the scaling puzzle is listening to your customers. They will literally tell you what they want to buy from you next. Does your social media client also need help with their email list? Does the person who bought your fitness ebook now want a one-on-one coaching session? These follow-up offers are the easiest sales you will ever make. This is how companies like Basecamp and Zoho grew into software giants without taking outside funding. They just obsessed over serving their users, and the growth naturally followed. True empire building isn't about some massive explosive launch. It's about building a solid, profitable foundation and then growing deliberately, one happy customer at a time. The conclusion. So, the idea that you need a fortune to start a business? It's a myth. What you really need is a bias for action, a hunger to learn, and the grit to push through the tough spots. The blueprint is right here, and it's been proven by countless entrepreneurs who started with even less than you have right now. The only thing standing between you and them is the decision to actually start. So take that first step. Validate your idea. Build your toolkit. Go find that first customer. Your empire is waiting. If you found this helpful, do me a quick favor and hit that like button and subscribe. It really does help the channel get this video in front of more people who need to see it. And if you're ready to find that killer idea, check out my past video on 7 low-cost business ideas that almost never fail. Thanks so much for watching, and go build something amazing. See you in the next one.